Hello and welcome to Eden Live, where I am reading all of Eden by FREI live on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, these clips then also find their way onto Instagram, IGTV. We are in the Snowflake Collector, and this is chapter 2. His task would be immense. At first, he didn't know how to collect snowflakes. He did not even know whether it was possible to do so at all. All he knew was that if he were able to preserve and collect snowflakes, then he would have something meaningful to do for the rest of his days, because there would never come a day when he would chance upon a snowflake that would be identical to any he already had in his collection, and so his collection would never be complete. This, he also already knew, would be both infuriating and reassuring. There would be times when he would feel like throwing out all the carefully crafted wooden cases into which would slide all the cautiously cut plates of glass, upon which would rest, for the relative eternity of any civilization in existence being conscious of them, let alone able to appreciate them, the snowflakes in their time-frozen state, and burning the lot in a bonfire. But he would not do so, he was certain. For deep down he knew how precious his collection would become, and how singular, how unique. The wood for the carefully crafted cases would come from the firs on his land by the stream. Since he heated his hut in the cold months with wood from his land by the stream, he planted 2 young firs to replace each mature one he cut down, and this way, he thought, the balance in the valley, and therefore in the universe, would stay intact, even tilt a little in favour of trees, with his presence. He knew well how to craft wooden cases, even intricate ones as these would undoubtedly have to be, because they would need to have slits in them at regular intervals, just so spaced and so fashioned that a small plate of glass, in size about 1 inch by 3, would slide easily in and out of the case, but stay firmly in place once stowed. The cases would have to be sturdy and each have a handle, so they in turn could glide effortlessly, apart from their weight, which would be considerable, in and out of a larger box. And this larger box would need to be stackable, because he knew that over time he would collect snowflakes enough to fill many of them. He would have to, he realized, build a shed. And he would build that shed from the same fir trees that stood on his land by the stream. It was clear to him now that his task would be immense. Because not only would he have to craft wooden cases, and for these wooden cases, strong wooden boxes, and for these wooden boxes, a formidable shed, he would have to cut glass into regular plates, 1 inch by 3, on which he would capture the snowflakes, and he would have to catalogue them. He felt unsure about how to catalogue snowflakes, since he had no experience or expertise in this, but as with most things that he had ever attempted in his life before, he also thought that he would find a way. What didn't appeal to him was the thought of giving his snowflakes numbers. Numbers, he felt, when they are not being used for elegant thinking, are not poetic, certainly not poetic enough to record snowflakes. No, He was sure from the very first moment, even before he had gone out to collect his first snowflake, that he would have to name them. And since, as everyone knows and as he knew, each snowflake would be different, he would just have to find a specific name for each one. As he sat down that evening outside his hut, having so made his decision to collect snowflakes, not all of them, only some, and contemplated the great task ahead of him, and experienced the tremendous delight in not knowing which snowflakes he would catch and collect, and which snowflakes would elude him, and therefore what names he would have to find for those snowflakes he would keep, he felt a deep glow of happiness fill his heart. This is who I shall become, he thought to himself. The Snowflake Collector. And that is it for today. There are no illustrations specifically appertaining to chapter 2, and so I have no illustrations to show you today. But as we go through it, there will be some, and I will show them when they become relevant. And in the meantime, I hope you are having a lovely weekend, if that's what comes next for you. If you're watching this in real time, then there will be one very shortly. If you're watching this in your own sweet time, then whenever you find the next episode available, I hope you will join me again. Until then, take good care, love and let love, and see you very soon. Bye-bye.